Greetings from the Lagos Hope here in Las Palmas. What a joy to get back on this ship after a couple of years of not being able to visit. And I got very emotional walking around the ship and down in the engine room, realizing we've had this ship since 2004. And I remember being with the previous owners there in Copenhagen when we took over the ship. What an amazing history, number of years just refurbishing, at which time I visited so often. And so this ship for me is just so full of memories. My own grandson, Jonathan Verwer, served on the ship in the engine room for a couple of years back around 2010. And of course ended up with his wonderful Swiss wife. Now they have 3 children, so I have 3 Swiss great-grandchildren. I wanted to just urge you to continue to pray for this ministry. It doesn't get any easier as a ministry passes the half-century mark, which our ship ministry has passed. As last year we celebrated 50 years, Lagos, Doulos, Lagos 2, and now this amazing ship, Lagos Hope. And it's especially been wonderful to have time with Randy Graby, the director, and I'm just amazed of how they've been able to keep going during the pandemic. When you pray for the ship, pray that we find more young people willing to give at least 1 year. To me, it's just the opportunity of a lifetime. And over the years, hundreds have emailed and written to me, probably thousands, of what life on the ship and being with OM on the ship has meant to them long-term in their career. And our ship graduates are in almost every kind of career that you can imagine. So pray for more young people to somehow find out about this. I was just talking to the purser, who's a Russian, and just hearing how she knew nothing about OM, but just heard about the ship and somehow made the connection, and now she's here as a purser. What a blessing I've had meeting people here from different countries and different nationalities. We're here on the bridge, by the way, of course, so we're bound to have a few interruptions. Secondly, pray for men with Merchant Navy skills, Merchant Navy training, captains, engineers, first mates. These people are hard to find. And if you know anyone anywhere that can even indirectly help us make contact with such people, the story of our captains and chief engineers and the teams that worked with them is just such a phenomenal story. Of course, I've followed it right from the beginning. So that's a very important night of prayer. And then thirdly, if you could pray for financial supporters. The price of fuel has gone back up again, and there are many other costs. Tomorrow this ship will be headed into a dockyard. Most of us will have to get off, and a few days after that into dry dock. You don't even want to think of what that costs. At the same time, this ship has supplied the housing for often over 400 people. It's more like a little less than 300 at present, and they've feeling the pinch of that lack of staff. So please pray that we may find people who will be financial supporters, even if it's regular small gifts. And even more important, pray the Lord would give us more prayer partners, people who will intercede, who will follow the ship in prayer through the websites, a number of different ways. Through your laptop and your phone, you can actually follow the ship when it's at sea. Perhaps the biggest prayer request, and maybe sometimes it'll be a personal involvement for you, are those who graduate from the ship. And some of them, when they get back home, especially in these unusual days, with this increased amount of fake news and conspiracy theories, some of them, when they get back after serving on the ship, find it difficult. Maybe you who are listening to me right now are one of those persons. I'd love to hear from you. george.verwood.om.org, and pray for you specifically. And I just really have a burden for our former ship people. Of course, now there are just thousands of them all over the world. One of the exciting things about the changes over the years in the ship ministry is the wider range of people from a wider range of countries. Even now, about 40 Africans have joined, both to serve and to be trained and be prepared for their life work. So thanks for taking this time to listen to my heart. And I just am thankful to the Lord that even 51 years later, and the ship vision came 3 or 4 years before that, going back to the mid-60s, that I'm still excited about this project. I still believe in it. I'm still recruiting. I'm still trying to help raise the funds. In the Special Projects Ministry, I do a lot of partnership literature projects through John Satterley, who oversees the literature ministry. If there's a way you can forward this blog to other people and sort of become an unofficial recruiter for the ship, we'd appreciate it. And anyone who struggles financially but wants to join the ship, they can get at least $1,000 or pounds or euros from my Special Projects Scholarship Fund. A number of people on the ship have had that scholarship because people coming to the ship raise their own support. So thank you, God bless you, and I hope to hear from you.